Hey, it's Mr. Travel Fitness here, and I'm on day number 6. One more day to go. Yes, one more day to go to complete my lose 7 pounds in 7-day challenge. So if this is your first video, please go back to day number 1 so you can have an understanding of what's going on. And also, if you went back to day number 1, you see that I look a little bit different. So I did get my hair cut on day number 6. That was the one thing I was waiting until I reached a certain point of my goal, and then I was going to get my haircut to kind of celebrate. So you can already take a good guess as far as how good I'm doing. Okay. So a disclaimer here is this is all about losing weight, not necessarily losing fat, which I'm a big fan of. I repeat, if this is your first video of hearing me talk about this, please see video number 1, and then also find my link that goes into the conversation I was trying to explain of why I decided to do these videos to differentiate the difference between losing weight and losing fat. How everyone out there that says they want to lose weight, in reality, you want to lose fat. And for me, sometimes when I lose fat, I actually put muscle on my body. So when I go to the scale is not an accurate representation of whether I'm losing fat or not. So that being said, I'm not going to repeat what I said in the previous days, because I want you to go back to those videos if this is your first video, okay? So we'll start off the challenge. I was about, let me look at my notes right here. So on the first day, I was 207 and a half. Before I even started these videos, I was close to 209, I believe. So my goal was to get down to 201. So that's why I called it lose 7 pounds in 7 days, because it was about 7 pounds I had to lose. I probably lose weight. I probably was closer to 208. So I just said 7 pounds. So I entered this contest called DietBet. Ran my own contest under, my surname is McVinney. So I wrote McVinney September to Remember. Gave it out to the Travel Fit Club. A couple of them signed up. And so we've been going through this. And I'm the lead dog. I was the person going through this, and I realized what was going on with myself, and I realized that, oh crap, DietBet only pays attention to the scale, and I know my body well enough to know that it's more than the scale that tells me when I'm losing fat. And I care about losing fat, not necessarily losing weight, but I was already in a challenge, so I couldn't back up. So I have to prove a point. So what I've been doing is manipulating my water, and as I manipulated my water, guess what? My weight has been dropping like crazy this week. So yesterday I weighed in at 200, pretty much I think it was 200.2 pounds. So let's just say 200 pounds. And then also yesterday in the video you saw, hopefully it came across how exhausted I was. I was very tired. And so actually I went to bed exactly an hour after I recorded that video, hoping that I will be able to get about 8 good hours of sleep. So yes, I did go to bed at a decent time, but what I'm finding out is when I take my carbs to such a low level, so I've basically been eating about 50 grams to 70 grams. It's been closer to 50 grams these last 2 days of carbohydrates every day. And the carbohydrate source is very small. I think yesterday I had like a yam. Yeah, that's where a Korean yam that was delicious for my last meal. And as a matter of fact, tonight I still have one more meal, so I'm going to probably eat another yam. So I already pre-calculated my macronutrients and all that stuff, so I know I'm going to have 50 grams of carbohydrates today. And additionally, yesterday I noticed I really was not hungry at all. I had to kind of force myself to eat. I was just so exhausted. I was so tired from not sleeping, excuse me. Yeah, I was tired from. Anyways, yeah, my lack of sleep kind of made my brain foggy, and I just didn't have an appetite at all. And I know also whenever you go on a low carbohydrate diet as well, it kind of does curb your appetite if you emphasize protein, healthy vegetables, and healthy fats. And that's kind of what I was doing. But the thing I do personally is I'm a person that fasts about 16 hours a day, intermittent fasting. And so by shrinking or making my meals smaller, I basically shrunk my waist. Not my waist, but yeah, my waist is being smaller, but more or less my stomach. I can tell my stomach has gotten a little smaller in the last couple of days because it doesn't want as much as it normally would eat. Normally I have like 2 big meals a day. And yesterday, I really just wasn't hungry. And so as I woke up today, I've noticed that first off, yes, I did go to bed at a decent time, but I still had problems sleeping throughout the night. And it was all because of the lower amount of carbohydrates in my body. I know my body just doesn't like this. It hasn't adjusted to it yet. And so I kept sleeping probably for like a good 30, 40 minutes, and I will wake up. 30, 40 minutes, wake up. I need to look at my Fitbit stats for the night to see what was going on, seeing if I was in that deep sleep or not. But I know my mind was just everywhere, and I got up at my normal time, and I just knew that it still wasn't a great sleep. It was better than the night before, but still not a great sleep. So as I carried on my day, I started working on my task, and I accomplished it pretty quickly. I noticed my brain definitely felt better today. I didn't have brain fog like I did the previous day. So by the time it came for me to do my workout around 11 a.m., I didn't even really take a pre-workout supplement. I just did my branched chain amino acids. That was it. The previous day, I had a little sip of coffee, and that gave me all the energy to get through that workout. I mean, I was kicking butt at the gym. I had no idea how I was doing. I was tired, but as soon as I drank that caffeine, I was just kicking butt at the gym. It was awesome. I never felt that way before. So today's workout, I decided, hey, let me just drink my branched chain amino acids, and that's it. And then also yesterday I had 2 servings of branched chain amino acids as I was working out. Today I only did 1 serving because I didn't think I would need that much, help in the gym. And so I got to the gym and I had a pretty good workout. I definitely can feel the difference in not having as many carbohydrates as I got towards the conclusion of the workout. I was doing some burpees. I was supposed to do 15 reps of burpees. And for the first set, I did 9, and I was just winded. I just couldn't do anymore in the time period. So I was like, okay, let me just move on. And also, I felt a little sick for a second. I was like, let me take a break, make sure this ain't nothing major. Fortunately, it was nothing major. By the next time, I was able to do my 15 reps. But then on my last set, I was only able to do 7 because I was so winded. And I could definitely tell, like, my body was just like, okay, you've done a lot of exercise. I was already working out for about an hour, and in a fasted state, in a reduced caloric state as well. When I say reduced caloric state, I mean my calories are very low. I don't want to broadcast how low they are because I don't recommend them ever being this low. It's just low because the day before I just really wasn't hungry. So today I I'm trying to up my calories a little bit more to get it back in the normal level. Still not the level I want, which is between, let's say, 1700 and 1900, somewhere in that range. I really don't care because I've just been trying to emphasize protein. As long as I get more than 125 grams of protein, I feel my body will be okay. My muscles shouldn't eat away at itself. And so I've just been going based on my appetite, not necessarily trying to hit a certain caloric mark each and every day. And so today, I think once I have my next meal, I'll probably have around 1,200 calories, which is still very, very low. But I'm not hungry. And as a matter of fact, the template I was following my last couple of days, I was supposed to eat a very reduced amount of meals today. And as I say all this, because it's great that I can smile because I actually met my goal way ahead of schedule. Um, it, I met my goal so far ahead of schedule. I really didn't even have to reduce my water intake. So because I was following like a boxer, weightlifter, even I guess you could say a bodybuilder's kind of like routine of how they would not shred. I'm not going to use that word for this, but how you would lose water weight right before you would do a weigh-in or a picture shoot or something like that. As the days go on, you want to reduce the amount of water you drink because I haven't been eating sodium in my food. So none of my foods for the last 7 days have contained salt in them either. And today, if I was going according to plan, I was supposed to have like a half a gallon of water or a quarter gallon of water, something like that. But nah, I felt too dehydrated because it's unseasonably warm as well. So because of that, I just stuck with the 1 gallon of water every day for the last 2 days. And I'm glad I did that because I think that's how I know I got through my workout is because I had an increase of water as well. So I feel better today. I felt really good. And I felt so good I decided, cut my hair. So I definitely look younger, and I'm always a handsome guy, but I know there's people out there that's digging this look right here. What can I say? What can I say, man? I'm a beautiful man. But yeah, so I'm excited. So the challenge should be over. So how this challenge goes is on your final day, you step on the scale. They have a system set up where basically you can't cheat, and it's a pretty smart idea. So the way they do it is like they give you a keyword of the day or a special phrase, and you write it down, and you take a picture of it while you're on the scale, showing your weight. So someone's actually physically looking at that number to make sure that you are who you say you are, and you're doing what you're supposed to do. So you have that picture, and then you have another picture of someone's taking a picture of you on the scale. So it's a pretty cool verification system. So I do appreciate that portion of it, because it definitely allows you not to cheat, because you only have a certain amount of time to utilize that keyword they gave you to put next to your scale. Okay. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. The one thing that kind of sucks though, you got to make sure that after you submit your photo that it's approved. So just because I took this last picture and I submitted it doesn't mean I can automatically just start gorging on food and stuff like that. No, you have to wait until they officially give you the okay that it's accepted before the challenge is completely over for you. So I'm hoping that happens within the first hour or two, um, so I can just go back to my normal diet, which pretty much consists of the foods I've been eating. It's just I definitely want to increase my calories again. And so a big thing this diet has taught me is, as I've been reducing my water, and I've told you before how like weightlifters do this, or excuse me, bodybuilders, I would say, would do this before competitions, and boxers would do this before boxing matches, wrestlers before wrestling and stuff like that. It's a way to really show off your body as well. So that was the kind of routine I was doing. When you reduce the water in your body, that water in your muscles goes away, and if you really wanted to show it off, you introduce a whole bunch of carbohydrates, and it kind of just makes your muscles look more solid. So I didn't go to that extreme because that was very unnecessary for the purpose of this. But if you're doing that if you're doing a process like this means that you're closer to your peak conditioning. And it saddens me to say this, but I know I'm not exactly where I want to be. I'm still a couple pounds of fat, not weight, of fat away from where I desire to be. And so what this has helped highlight is the areas in which I need to improve upon before I go on my opposite route, which is to start just putting on a whole bunch of lean muscle. And when you put on lean muscle, or like some guys like to call it, bulking up, but I don't want to go ridiculously crazy and just get super fat while bulking up. I want to do it smart and intelligently. So as I looked at my body, as the water is not in it, I realized, oh, okay, there's a place right there. There's a place right there. There's some places right here, right here. Okay, so I know where I need to target as I continue my fat loss plan, with the mindset of I'm going to do a more of a bodybuilding routine to keep the little muscle I got, maybe even to get a little more as well, because I was gaining muscle in the weeks prior to me doing this extreme version of losing water weight. So that's kind of my plan. But first things first, before I plan for my next phase of my journey, I just have to get on the scale tomorrow. So this is me talking about day number 6. Again, if this is your first video, I really highly suggest you go back and watch the other videos and see my pains and my struggles, and see how tired I look in some of these videos. But yeah, so this is Michael V. Moore, aka Mr. Travel Fitness, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully with another smile on my face, because I was supposed to get down to 201. I'm at 198.6. Long as I don't gain 3 pounds overnight, I should be good. Stay blessed.